The following is a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel.
Cary's where better living begins. It's been our community's unofficial motto for decades and couldn't be a more accurate phrase even today. Despite the recession, Cary remains one of the greatest places in America to live, work, play, and raise a family. Money Magazine once again listed us as one of the top places to live in the United States. Accolades from other publications in 2012 include Cary is the second best place for business and careers, according to Forbes. The #1 real estate market to watch from Inman News. The 5th most frugal city, according to coupons.com. We came in 7th among cities with the most college-educated residents based on research by the New York Times. And 6th in the cities for staying young, says Real Age. And Fortune noted that Cary is the home of the #1 multinational workplace in the world, SAS Institute. Cary remains the 7th largest municipality in North Carolina, and we now have more than 143,000 citizens. Our town limits cover over 56 square miles, which is roughly the size of Walt Disney World. Of course, it's not our size that draws people here to Cary. It's our many outstanding attributes. There are the obvious features, such as having a moderate climate, being centered between the ocean and the mountains, being strategically located between 3 major universities, Duke, North Carolina, and NC State, and being positioned next to a major employment area, the Research Triangle Park. And then there are the unique reasons that put us head and shoulders above the rest. First and foremost, Cary is consistently ranked as the safest community in North Carolina, as well as the southeastern United States. And we're among the very safest in the nation. We stay safe not only because of our excellent police department, but also because of our active and effective community policing model, which involves citizens at the grassroots level. Another thing that sets Cary apart from its neighbors is that the town is about 70% residential with beautiful tree-lined streets throughout our well-planned neighborhoods. We also have the lowest tax rate in Wake County for the 5th consecutive year to go along with the highest quality of life. We continue to budget conservatively, ending each year in the black. Cary's people are diverse, highly educated, involved and active. Less than 5% of our population was born in Cary, with 18% born outside the United States. Our largest minority population is now Asian at about 10%. 2/3 of us have bachelor's degrees or greater, with 1/4 having master's degrees or greater. This all leads to the blessing of being an affluent community with an average family income of around $109,000 a year. Our citizens take an active role shaping our town by volunteering for advisory boards, task force, and other formalized groups. In addition, there are hundreds of citizens in groups assisting policemen, firefighters, and our parks programs. Your town government continues to be managed by the best town manager in the state, leading over 1,100 public servants committed to maintaining a high quality of life. And I'm privileged to lead a council that is committed and dedicated to serving our public. Our strong council staff working relationship, combined with the willingness to put in countless hours of service, has helped Cary thrive and prosper. And this is significant, especially in an era of partisanship and divisiveness. Cary has also had a very strong relationship with the Chamber of Commerce, which celebrated 50 years of community service this past year. Together, we have been working together to bring high-paying jobs and to keep our businesses thriving. Our efforts have kept Cary's unemployment rate very low, at about half of the state and national averages, and currently it's around 5.6%. Cary remains committed to aggressively pursuing corporations looking to relocate. In the past 10 years, we've seen a 36% job growth. Even in the height of the recession, we became home to major corporations. We remain a town with big-name employers that include SAS, ABB, Lord Corporation, Deutsche Bank, John Deere, Kellogg, Siemens, and more. Our downtown revitalization has led to several changes this past year. The downtown theater, the Cary, is under construction now and should be completed by the end of the year. A private four-diamond boutique hotel at Academy and Park Streets was approved last October. The hotel will have 45 rooms and is expected to start construction in the middle of this year. The historic Jones House across from the Cary Art Center is being restored under the Secretary of Interior Standards for Historic Structures and is anticipated to be leased to a private operator of a coffee shop in the spring. Most of the block between Academy and Walker and Walnut and Park, which will include the downtown park, was purchased and preliminary plans are now under citizen review. Cary continues to grow with a responsible population growth of 2% during this past year. Our housing market continues to get better as inventories shrink and permits for construction increase. For 5 consecutive months, we issued over 100 single-family permits. This hasn't happened since 2009. In the past year, approximately 1/5 of all Wake County's single-family home permits were issued right here in Cary. We also saw healthy activity in multifamily development in 2012, which included projects at Searstone, Weston, Stonewater, Harrison Point, Bradford, and Tryon Place. Non-residential permits have increased as well. Overall, permits continue to improve, but we're still not quite at the pre-recession levels. In 2012, Cary's citizens overwhelmingly approved 3 general obligation bonds totaling nearly $80 million. These bonds are the least costly financing option available and will allow several delayed projects critical to maintaining our quality of life to start moving forward immediately. The $6.5 million fire station bond will allow the building of a new fire station to replace Fire Station number 2 on Maynard Road. Construction will begin this year and be completed by the end of 2014. The $15.8 million Parks Bond will allow 7 major park projects to move forward, including the Downtown Park, Bartley Park, Carpenter Park, Mills Park, Panther Creek Greenway, White Oak Greenway, and the sports turf field, which will allow more playing time. The $57.7 million Transportation Bond will allow for traffic signal upgrades, intersection and street improvements, new sidewalks, the Carpenter Fire Station Road Bridge, Green Level West Road and Walnut Street improvements, bicycle facilities, and streetscape improvements on Academy Street. The bonds will require a 2-cent tax increase beginning July of this year and another 2-cent tax increase beginning in July of 2015. Even so, I anticipate Cary will remain one of the lowest, if not the lowest tax rate in the county. We remain in strong financial position this past year. The combination of our low debt levels, strong reserve levels, low operating costs, low employment citizen ratio has allowed the town to maintain the highest bond rating possible with all the national bond rating agencies. Our debt level remains around 11% of our operating budget, which is well below the debt ceiling of 15%. Reserves are about $19 million in excess of our 4-month minimum. Our sales tax revenue has continued to be better than budgeted and has moved close to pre-recession levels. Our 3 sports venues, Wake Med Soccer Park, USA Baseball National Training Complex, and the Cary Tennis Park, continued to provide economic benefit to Cary. As an NCAA championship city, the town hosted various NCAA championships in soccer, baseball, cross country, and tennis, which brought in over $6 million in economic benefit. Cary's nationally accredited park system continued to have great participation this past year. In addition to over 10,000 people visiting the Cary Art Center each month, the town inaugurated the Downtown Performance Series in 2012. These well-attended performances included comedy, jazz, bluegrass, and other local artists. The Kokobuth Amphitheater was once again a great success, drawing national artists and international artists. Many parks capital projects moved forward in 2012 and included the expansion of the Wake Med Soccer Park Stadium and several greenway projects. Our greenway system now totals over 65 miles. The Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Resources Comprehensive Master Plan and the Public Art Master Plan were updated last year with tremendous citizen input. These plans will guide the town in providing new parks and open space, community centers, greenways, and cultural arts facilities. Cary's Police Department received accreditation for the 20th consecutive year, earning the gold standard. The department was the first agency in North Carolina to earn reaccreditation under the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies' new assessment standards. The police department received the accreditation with an Excellence Award. Our police department continues to create and improve programs that keep us one of the safest places in the nation. One example is Project Phoenix, which is a no crime tolerance and education program for our apartments, and it continued to gain participation, and data showed that it's having a significant impact. The town council voted unanimously to end Cary's red light camera program this past year, and our reasons included questions or concerns about the enabling legislation for the program, recent engineering modifications at intersections to improve safety, significant increases in staff time to address system problems and associated citizen complaints, and the recent concerns over improper ticketing for legal left turns. We did see several enforcement policy changes this past year, especially regarding animals. Chickens and bees, now allowed in Cary. Feral cats can now be trapped, neutered, and returned rather than exterminated. And dogs, not allowed to be tethered in Cary. Your town government continues to increase its focus on the number of sustainability initiatives with an emphasis on cost effectiveness, environmental benefits, and the quality of life benefits. The first Strategic Energy Action Plan was adopted by Council this past June and includes an energy reduction goal with an associated energy management plan for town operations. It has a short-term and long-term goals and addresses operations of water and wastewater facilities, the town fleet, and buildings and streetlights. The overall goal of the plan is a 13% reduction of energy use from the projected 2020 business as usual energy estimate for the town operations. These reductions in energy are estimated to result in a yearly savings of approximately $1.5 million and a reduction of 7,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent every year. The town volunteer-based beautification and litter reduction program called Spruce continued to see increased participation in 2012. Thousands of volunteers participated in dozens of events to keep Cary clean, green, and beautiful. Over 9 tons of litter has been collected through the 2012 litter sweeps and spruce adopt-a-spots. Hundreds of trees were given away or planted. Numerous landscape projects resulted in over 600 flowers and shrubs planted in our town, and 350 tons of mulch play-safe fiber for our playgrounds. Leaf compost was spread in town parks and greenways. A new program under Spruce called Adopt-a-Spot experienced growth in its initial year in 2012, and I would urge any and all groups and organizations to find an area in town that they would like to commit to keeping clean, green, and beautiful. The town continues its efforts to be a pedestrian-friendly community with the construction of approximately 8,300 feet of sidewalk to close existing gaps in our sidewalk network along Old Apex Road, Castlehane Drive, Queens Ferry Road, Kildare Farm Road, Kingswood Drive, West Chatham Street, and Bissett Drive. On the utilities front, the Western Wake regional wastewater management facilities that will serve Cary, Apex, and Morrisville made great progress in 2012. All 8 major construction contracts are now underway and they're on schedule. Construction is expected to be completed within 2 years. And on the water side of utilities, we continue to experience less per capita usage in 2012 as people conserve more. Nevertheless, Expansion of our water facilities will be necessary to match our growth. And plans for this expansion is already underway and is about 75% complete. And if all goes well, the expansion should be online around 2017 and will move our treatment capacity from 40 million gallons a day to 56 million gallons a day, which should serve our population until 2030, based on the current estimates. During this past year, our population continued to grow and change. Over 4,000 of our citizens became seniors and retired. Our community became more diverse. We're fortunate to be a community that embraces diversity and celebrates it with events like Diwali, Eid, Kwanzaa, Christmas, and the Jewish Cultural Festival. And we added communication tools for our citizen engagement to match the diversity of our citizenry, including 2 more Twitter feeds, a new YouTube channel, and the town's first 4 Facebook pages. This is in addition to the dozens of subscriber email lists we offer, as well as RSS feeds and live streaming of council meetings on our award-winning website. As we enter into 2013, we will continue to be challenged with an increase in demand for services while experiencing reduced revenues. With the passage of the bonds, we will be able to invest in our future while working to keep our tax rates low. We will remain focused on making sure there's enough water, sewer, fire and police protection, and parks to serve our town at the highest level possible. Maintaining the momentum to revitalize our downtown will remain important, understanding that our investments now will not only create economic opportunities, but will prevent future problems. We must work hard to protect the town from legislation that may restrict our ability or erode our authority to govern at a local level, because as citizens, we know what's best for our community. The most ambitious long-range planning effort in our community's history will begin this year. This plan, the Cary Community Plan, will be a strategic guide that expresses the values and aspirations of our community. It will set forth a long-range vision for development, transportation, housing, the environment, economic development, and other related topics for the next 2 decades. For the plan to be effective, though, it will require everyone to be involved, including the community. And if you care about Cary's future, you need to be involved. So I urge each of you to participate. This year, we will continue the monumental task of leveraging technology to increase citizen engagement with your town government. I expect a number of new recommendations will be coming from the Super Cary Technologies that comprise of the Technology Task Force that will enable new services for our citizens. Potential new services may include an online greenway map, reporting issues or concerns with a new mobile app, tools to engage, educate, and get feedback, C-Tran mobile services, improved online parks, fields, status updates, easier online program enrollment, and much more. In closing, Cary remains a town with a high quality of life, and I am truly honored to be its mayor. It draws delightful, talented people from all over the world to live here, work, and raise a family. We are blessed to have the best staff in the state, an excellent Chamber of Commerce, great businesses, a professional council that puts its citizens above partisanship, and a citizenry that is active and engaged and cares about its town. And if we remain committed and dedicated to our community, our potential is virtually unlimited. Thank you, and thank you for calling Cary home.
This has been a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel.